Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy AnubisTGA Archer here with a brand new video for you guys today, and welcome to the channel. Hope you're feeling good, looking and smelling good. Do all the things the algorithm likes. Like the video, comment, subscribe. In the description box below, you see my Twitch link. Follow me on Twitch as well. We stream every Monday through Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern. Subject to change. We might change our stream schedule at some point in terms of hours, not really days, but hours might change at some point. But today's video, we want to talk about, I told you that before on Monday, that I want to talk about some new Battlefield news that came out. So you don't have to watch the video before this video, but you should, because so support your boy and things like that. But Vince Zampella was in an interview recently, and I'll show you guys the article in a second. We're not going to read the entire article. There's just certain pieces about it that I want to talk about. But there will also be gameplay here too. It's not just you seeing my face. You'll see some gameplay too. But let's get over to the other screen. All right, so here's the article I'm talking about. Came out, a few days ago. Like I said, it came out yesterday. Well, the video was yesterday. Well, for y'all, this video is gonna come up on a Thursday, right? For y'all, this video is gonna come out on Wednesday. So you'll be seeing it on 21st instead of 20th, which is when this video is being recorded. But the Battlefield franchise chief, Vince Zampella. For those who don't know the name Vince Zampella, a lot of y'all are too young to know it, but Vince Zampella is the brains behind the success of Call of Duty, as in, him and there was Wes Zampella. Those are the two guys who were behind Infinity War. Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Those are their babies, and they left Infinity War. They made Respawn, and you started getting Titanfall and Titanfall 2, and now Apex Legends. So when Battlefield was starting to struggle, and it was very clear and obvious that DICE needed new leadership or someone to right the sinking ship, EA decided to make Vince Zampella the head of Respawn, also the head of Battlefield. So recently he said in an interview that he felt like Battlefield was not true Battlefield anymore, like that is straight too far away from what Battlefield was. That's basically what this article is. This article is basically like just him talking about how he felt like the game strayed away from what it was and what made Battlefield. And the thing about this, his opinion, not only opinion, he's a boss, is that he knows what Battlefield was, because Battlefield, for all its purposes, was Call of Duty's competition. Back in the day, you had Battlefield and Call of Duty going neck and neck, and you had DICE basically trying to be the hardcore Call of Duty. Like when it came to like that battle, Call of Duty was the arcade Twitch shooter for people who don't have enough time to play a 20-minute match to go play. On Battlefield was the almost realistic war simulator that if you were a real FPS player, if you were really skilled and gifted, you could play Battlefield, not Call of Duty. So it was very niche at the same time with being a competitor for Call of Duty. And Wes and Zampella, they knew that Battlefield was a competitor who was trying to like offer something that Call of Duty couldn't offer. You had vehicle warfare, you had this damn near full map destruction that kind of lacks in modern Battlefield. So Zampella, he feels like DICE has strayed away from what made Battlefield. And when you watch my videos, you watch Angry Joe's videos, you watch Jay's 2 cents videos on Battlefield, you watch anyone from the Battlefield community who's putting a lot of time into the game's history, they'll tell you that Battlefield 2042 doesn't feel like a Battlefield game when it comes to having these hero classes instead of having like actual classes. The core Battlefield has always been its classes: recon, engineer, support, assault. That's always been the core Battlefield. And then after you get from that core, you get to the vehicles: tanks, LAVs, regular Humvees and jets, helicopters, different variations of helicopters. You have all these vehicles, and then you have large scale maps that can also be destroyed. So you're tearing down skyscrapers. You're basically being able to destroy anything and everything around you. Battlefield, the slogan has always been, there's no such thing as cover, there's temporary concealment. And so when you have that, and that's been like your identity for however long, many years. I'm not gonna go look up or do the math on how long Battlefield's been around. I've been playing it since Battlefield Bad Company 2, 1942, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, aka World War 1, and Battlefield 5. So I've been playing it for a very, very long time. And there's people who playing it since the first Battlefield game, before Bad Company 2 and before Bad Company. So when you have a game that's been out for that long, you have an identity, and that's what your identity is. And everyone who plays your game plays it for that particular thing, what your identity is. They don't play it for what you're trying to become. They want you to stay being that thing. And you have that thought process from the marketing teams where like, sure, but we want to be able to pull in a new audience. We want to be able to get new people playing our game. How can we do that? Well, let's copy Call of Duty. Let's make the game more casual. Everyone's doing these hero shooter kind of things. Let's get rid of classes and just have hero shooters. Let's just have these specialists who everyone can play as. And there's no America versus Russia or Russia versus China or Britain versus Russia, things like that. It's just we'll put the names US and argue on it, but everyone's basically playing the exact same characters. So they're removing what made Battlefield to make this casual experience of what Battlefield has become, and it killed the identity of Battlefield. And I've always said this when it comes to trying to pull in a new audience. In order to get a new audience playing your game, they have to have a reason to care about that game to begin with. And that reason for them to care about your game is your hardcore fan base. Your hardcore fan base is what's going to draw in that casual audience, because their word of mouth is going to be the big review. Their word of mouth is going to get people who are not Battlefield fans, or not Halo fans, or not Call of Duty fans, or Apex fans, or whatever game you're playing that game, because they're going to, especially nowadays when it comes to Twitch streams, it comes to YouTube, they're going to be seeing the hardcore players play the game, and they're going to be like, huh, this guy doesn't like this game, why should I play it? You know, and sure, the barrier of entry, if you keep the games the way that they are, you know, will be, you know, tough for a new player, but that learning curve might draw them actually into playing it more. For a lot of times when it comes to like R6, for example, or Rainbow Six Siege, a lot of people who play that game played it because the learning curve was so high that they felt challenged and they wanted to achieve getting better at that game. And some people was like, this is too much, not playing it. That happens. You know, you're going to have that even now when it comes to how Battlefield 2042 is, how Call of Duty is now, how Apex is, how any game is. You're still going to have people who are like, I can't get into this, I don't want to play it. It doesn't matter if you try to appeal to casuals. You have to make sure that your hardcore fan base is satisfied first. And we know that through history. Look at Halo Infinite. They've tried to appeal to, you know, the modern, you know, gaming community, and it has backfired when it comes to the hardcore fans. You look at your own game, Battlefield 2042, you tried to appeal to a new community, and it hurt the game. Gears of War Judgment was an example of that too. Gears of War Judgment tried to appeal to a new crowd. Same thing kind of with Gears of War 3, and they realized, all right, people don't want this. Gears of War 4, let's go back into the roots of Gears of War. It doesn't work to, you know, try so hard to appeal to a casual audience. You have to make sure that your hardcore fan base is at least the ones who are playing your game the most, and then they'll pull in some casuals, and people who are, you know, casual players will join in. And also you throw in game modes that it makes it easier for them. You throw in things like SBMM to make it a little easier on their barrier of entry. You have casual modes, you have hardcore modes, you have ranked modes, you have platoon battles, you have things that makes it a little easier for, you know, for casuals to be able to get into the game, not making it so where your hardcore crowd don't want to play the game. Now, with that said, though, Battlefield is on the up and up. The game is getting better and better and better thanks to Vince Zampella's leadership, and they're going to be adding classes back. Now, they haven't really gone into detail on to what extent the classes are going to return in terms of, are you limiting guns as well? Like, are you only going to be able to use LMGs in the support class? Are you only going to be able to use recon balls with the recon class? Like, are they going to how it used to be, even when it comes to attachments and equipments and things like that? Are engineers only going to be able to use carbines and SMGs? Is assault only going to be used marksmans and ARs? You know, that kind of detail. You want detail on that and see how far they're going to go into it. I also think something that Battlefield does need is a pro scene. I think Battlefield is lacking in that. Every game right now, every major game at least, has some form of a pro scene. Destiny doesn't, because that's not a competitive game, but you know, there's still like minor tournaments. But you look at Halo has its pro scene. R6 has its pro scene. Call of Duty has its pro scene. Call of Duty has two pro scenes. It has a regular Call of Duty scene, pro scene, and it has a mobile pro scene. Apex has a pro scene. Fortnite, I don't think has a pro scene. I'm not entirely sure on that one. Valorant has a pro scene. So you think to yourself, well, how would Battlefield, a game with 128 players, have a pro scene? Well, Battlefield's always had a game mode like squads, where it's like 4 players and like 6 squads. So 6 squads of 4 are playing, you know, like Rush or Conquest. That should be in Battlefield 2042 as the pro scene. You have, you know, you can get those going. So it's, you know, 6 teams of 4 for some squad Battlefield. You know, start getting people like G2 and Optic and 100 Thieves and Liquid. Start getting these teams, you know, doing these live streams of this squad based game mode where they're all going to each other in like Rush or Conquest or whatever. And in the process, you're not only are you making money for having a pro scene, you're also getting life into Battlefield, because at the end of the day, I said earlier in this video, content creators is going to make you more money and are going to, you know, it's free advertisement. Everyone loves watching pros. It's free advertisement when you have those streams up. Battlefield pro stream, people will be just tuning in on Twitch just to watch those pro scene, to see, you know, what the best players of Battlefield are up to and how they're doing it, what guns are they running, what's their team setup, and how are they playing the game, what are their callouts for certain things. People like to learn while watching pros, and Battlefield can also benefit from that, but it doesn't have it. A lot of the times you hear a game needs a battle royale to be a success. You hear with Halo, people are like, Halo needs a battle royale in order to be a good game. It doesn't. Battlefield also doesn't need a battle royale. It needs a pro scene. Halo's lack of success right now isn't because of the type of battle royale. It's because Halo decided to go against what its hardcore crowd wanted, and now they're suffering from it. So it's not because Halo doesn't have battle royale. It's because Halo isn't Halo right now, and it's also a broken mess. Battlefield was a broken mess, but it's being repaired at a constant rate, and more content's coming out and it's getting better and better. So you're already dealing with that. Now you just need to deal with making the hardcore fans happy, as well as getting new people into the game, which you could do by just making sure people are live streaming Battlefield, making sure people are making videos like this on YouTube for Battlefield, make sure people are enjoying the game, and again, have a pro scene so people are, you know, just so much Battlefield content flying at them to where they're playing the game. But with all that said, this is for me. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Y'all stay safe, be constant another. Tomorrow we have a new video for our Spider-Man Let's Play. Check out all those things. And again, link in the description box below for my Twitch stream as well. Any way you want to support your boy, that's also in the comments below. Not in the comments below, but in the description box below. I've been your boy Anubis. Y'all stay safe. I'm out of here. Be kind. Deuces.